Astonishing is he who finds death a reality, yet continues to laugh. Astonishing is he who knows this world will soon perish yet keeps close association with it. Astonishing is he who knows about fate yet mourns the loss of a thing. The slip of the tongue is more dangerous than the slip of the feet. If the eyes are bright and shining daily, then it is a day of resurrection. To stop sinning is easier than to seek forgiveness. Make a purpose for life, then utilize all your strength to achieve it. You would definitely be successful. A family man's actions are presented together with that of a mujahid, Muslim soldier, in the court of Allah. I am astonished with him who regards the reality of the existence of Allah, yet remembers others and asks for their assistance. I am astonished by that person who believes in hell yet continues to sin. I am astonished at that person who brings faith in paradise yet associates himself to the pleasures of this world. I am astonished at that person who regards Iblis, Satan, as his enemy yet continues to follow him. Squandered is that alim, learned man, to whom a person cannot ask a question. He is likened to that weapon which is not put to use, that wealth which is not utilized in good work, that knowledge without application, that mosque which salah is not read, that salah that is not performed in a mosque, that good advice which is not accepted, that book which is not read, that worshipper who keeps in his heart the pleasures of the world, and that long life which had not stocked on provisions for the hereafter. At times, to forgive or pardon a criminal makes the criminal more dangerous. O mankind! Allah has created you so that you may please Him, yet you choose to please others. 9/10 of the shares belonging to peace and safety are in isolating oneself from the people, and the remaining 1 share lies in meeting with the people. A person in times of difficulty acts upon his own devices, thus depriving himself of the help of Allah. He turns himself away from Allah, therefore Allah turns his attention of divine grace from him too. Isolation is most beloved to the beloved of Allah. Excessive politeness is a sign of malice. Do not rely on anyone except Allah, and do not fear anything except your sins. In whichever manner a person recognizes the world, so too did his inclination occur towards it. I have found the sweetness of worship in 4 things. 1. Performing the obligatory acts of worship enjoined by Allah. 2. Avoiding the things forbidden by Allah. 3. Enjoining that which is good, seeking the reward of Allah. 4. Forbidding that which is evil, fearing the wrath of Allah. To knowingly partake of the pleasure offered by this material world is to reduce the remaining rewards and good deeds. Test the worldly people in any matter you wish to, and you would find them to be no less than snakes and scorpions. The existence of good things and wealth in abundance is also a medical complaint. Knowledge combined with action is profitable, and action without knowledge does not benefit anything. Do not place your burdens on anyone, although it is few or many. A pious and practicing Muslim jurist, Faqih, is superior than 1,000 worshippers. World is that work which does not serve the purpose of acquiring the hereafter. Silence is the best treatment for anger. To carry the burden of others concludes the respect of a worshipper. This world has been created a temporary abode by the Almighty Allah and placed in trust to the travelers of the hereafter. Take only those provisions which are beneficial and do not lust after that which you are going to leave behind. The slippery tongue is much more dangerous than the slippery feet. The 1 dirham charity of a poor person is better than 10,000 dirham charity given by the rich. If you are prepared to commit a sin, then search for a place where Almighty Allah does not exist. O people! If you do not want to worship the one true Lord, then do not utilize that which He has created. It is better that the world regard you as a criminal in relations to Almighty Allah, thereby regarding you as a hypocrite. To see the learned, alim, and pious keeping the company of the rich and wealthy is a testimony of hypocrisy. Do not trade or deal with an oppressor or his associates. To cry in paradise is surprising, yet more astonishing is to laugh in the world. When you have no rights on the perfume, you should close your noses to it, for even its scent is forbidden to you. Save oneself for praising the corrupt wealthy, for the praise of an oppressor reveals the wrath of Allah. To publicly give charity with an intention to entice people to be charitable is better than giving charity secretly. To think that Allah Almighty is present with you at every given moment is the most excellent form of faith. A polite person who wishes for anything in this world or in the hereafter will definitely get his wishes granted. The believer has 5 types of fear. 1. Allah may take his faith away from him. 2. The recording angels may write down something that may expose him on the day of resurrection. 3. Shaitan may cause his deeds to become invalid. 4. The angel of death may come to him without warning. 5. The world may tempt him and distract him from the hereafter. Those that deal with Almighty Allah with sincerity and honesty hate to deal in any other affairs without sincerity and honesty. A beast of burden recognizes his master, yet people do not recognize their master. All good deeds are associated with modesty, and all bad deeds are with immodesty. Remember your kafan, shroud for covering the dead, instead of beautiful clothes. Remember the grave instead of the luxuries of lavish mansions, and remember all that delicious foods you feast on shall one day make you a delicious feast for the worms. 10 things are the greatest waste of time. 1. A scholar whom no one asks about. 2. Knowledge that is not acted upon. 3. Sound advice that is not accepted. 4. A weapon that is not used. 5. A masjid that is not prayed in. 6. A mushaf that is not read from. 7. Wealth from which nothing is spent in charity. 8. A horse that is not ridden. 9. Knowledge of asceticism in the heart of one who is seeking worldly gain. 10. A long life in which no preparation is made for the journey into the hereafter. Had our hearts been pure, we would never tire with the dike of Allah. Your charity is not accepted until you believe, I need the reward more than the beggar needs the money. To desire the administration of justice is paradise of the world. People are spies of your vices. The sword wounds the body while insults hurt the soul. Amongst the sinners, the gravest is he who finds the time to discuss the faults of others. For a needy and poor person to come to you is a gift to you from Allah. To find a person steadfast on truth are far and few, but many are those with status, dignity, and high moral values. No matter how destitute a person is, he should never feel subjugated. When a person's tongue becomes quiet and friendly, then his heart becomes pious and clean.